What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate reverse ranch. No hate. Real simple, y'all. Daniel Dubois, you are a disgrace to yourself and to boxing. Your family probably feels disgraced by you too. Because Daniel Dubois, the support that you were getting for people on your come up, yeah, you had your naysayers too. I was never fully sure about you. I always saw weaknesses in you, but what can be overcame, we only know with time, right? So I'm watching you, and I remember just watching you, and when you got hit by that dude, I don't remember what his fucking name was, and he had you discombobulated, and you went down like 2 times and shit, and you wound up winning the fight. That wasn't a good sign to me. I know things happen, but it just wasn't a good sign to me. And I'm like, okay, all right, we'll see next fight what happens. Then you win against, Jarrell Miller and the other dude, I forget his name, whatever, not even important. But bottom line, you get some decent wins. Okay, some decent wins. And then the Teddy Atlases of the world, and everybody started talking about how you're a much improved fighter, you're more confident, and all this other shit, and I'm still not seeing it. I'm just seeing you fighting guys that you were just a little better than. That's all I'm seeing. Because I didn't think much of those guys that you fought. But you beat them. But your performance, I just looked at you like, I can still see where he needs improvement. A lot of improvement. I still didn't see you as elite level. But then I look at this generation and say, well, I have to compare him to the people of his generation, right? And that's what I was doing. And as I'm looking at you, I'm saying, okay, for this generation, all right, he's better than the guys he fought. That's why he won. But the guys that we want to see him fight that we're not sure about, okay, we'll see. So there's certain guys we gave you the nod over, even though you didn't fight them yet. But my thing when I watched you fight Daniel Dubois was that you were always like, seemed like an anxious guy, but you were like humble. Then all of a sudden you get to a certain point and you just become this arrogant, big-headed dude. You jump in the ring after the Tyson Fury Usyk fight, demanding a rematch and just acting really, and you sound like you're slow when you talk. Even the faces you make, man. When somebody asks you a question, it's like you don't know what the fuck to say. But I'm watching you, and these things, I'm not saying it to be fucking facetious. I'm saying this shit because I'm like, damn, like this, like how does this shit register to his brain? Like, you understand what I'm saying? And you're not an intelligent fighter. So when I'm watching Daniel Dubois, I'm saying this dude is really like, fuck, man. Like, what is he? Okay, let's just see how it plays out in the ring. Okay, you fight Usyk. You fold him with a body shot. I agree. I'm with you 1,000%. I agree. You folded his ass with a body shot. But once again, you did not get the job done. You had as much time to rest as he did. And he's the one that got hit, but he got up and had a fire lit in his ass that I'm not going to let that shit happen again. And he got you the fuck out of there. You told us you were going to do what Anthony Joshua couldn't do. And you can say you dropped him when AJ never did. Cool. But you went there and you did what AJ didn't do either. He didn't get stopped. You did. Okay. You, Don Charles, your dad, you guys cried and cried and cried and cried and cried about it and cried about it. You end up being, contracted to fight Joseph Parker, which you was contracted to fight Joseph Parker when you jumped in that fucking ring and confronted Usyk after the Tyson Fury fight. But what did you do? You did all of this talking in that interview, claiming you were so angry because you got sick and you was pissed off because you want Parker. What you mean you want Parker? Your team didn't make the decision for you to fight Usyk without your consent. Stop bullshitting, man. Who do you fucking think you're fooling, right? You didn't want that fight with Parker. So you was sick? Okay, cool. Parker ain't going nowhere. I'm back. Yo, Joseph, what's up? You ready? Simple. Nah, no. Frank Warren talked before you. Why? Because you can't do it for yourself. And he ended up telling the world that Usyk is the choice, and that's that. That's what you wanted. because you wasn't confident that you was going to beat Joseph Parker. That's what the fuck it was. And if you did, your chance was gone. But at least if you lose against Usyk, well, it's a bigger payday. And hey, you might just get lucky and catch him, right? Well, guess what happened? You got your ass whipped. You're not a disgrace, Daniel Dubois, because you lost 2 fights to the same guy. Okay? What makes you a disgrace is the excuses. You had a man hurt, and he got up, and you couldn't fucking finish him. Okay, cool. But you kept crying about the body shot, right? But here's where you become a fucking disgrace. You begged for this fight. You ditched Joseph Parker for this fight. You pretend you was like a fucking hungry lion trapped in a cage with nothing but a bunch of fucking steaks out there. And you were just going to run out there and eat your way through all of them. And you come out there, you get in the ring, you get your ass whooped. And here's where the disgrace comes in. You lost that fight because you were partying? Seriously, Daniel? You were partying the night before? Daniel, bro, listen to me and listen to me good. You are a grown-ass man. This overgrown man-child persona that you have, I'm aware that it's not an act. But let's be real. Can you honestly point your finger at anyone other than yourself because you were partying the night before your fight? This is just as stupid as the Mike Tyson excuse about fucking Japanese women the night before his fight running in town with Bobby Brown. Okay? You in Japan, bro. That ass ain't going nowhere. After the fight, go get all the ass you want. No excuses. Your excuse is right up there with Burt Cooper. Talking about how he was partying night before. He came home like 4 o'clock in the morning. When it was time to fight George Foreman, he was thinking about going to bed. You guys are professionals, make millions of dollars, right? I mean, Deontay Wilder and all his many excuses. You have shamed yourself. You were partying. This fight, you wanted so bad. This revenge match. Being a professional. Okay? Being a professional. There's a responsibility with that. Like Mike Tyson sitting eating his mushrooms. Talk about one of the things about Floyd, no matter what we say about him. That's why I don't like him. He's always in that gym. Why? Because it's undeniable why he is who he is in that ring. Yeah. So no matter what we say, I'm waiting for the day that he fall off. We catch him slipping. And they can't. This is the biggest fight of your career. You have a statement. You, Don Charles, all y'all talked all this shit about y'all going to see a new improved Daniel Dubois. Usyk's time is over. Dubois is going to run through him. All of this shit y'all talked. And this is what you go in there and do. You got fucked up. And then your excuse is you were out partying. How about, you know what? This was my second chance. The better man won. Back to the drawing board, man. We got to get it right and go forward. We'll figure it out. How about that? You were partying. And you fool-ass Daniel Dubois fans that sit there and eat this bullshit up. Y'all full of excuses. Y'all full of shit. You don't want to just admit what you've done wrong. I'll tell you what. With these type of excuses, the respect goes out the window. all the shit you talked about, AJ and every other fighter, and put yourself on this pedestal, and this is what you do. This is what makes you a disgrace. Listen to all the shit that came out of your mouth. All of the bravado, the big act of how hungry you were. There's no way your ass should have been out there partying. Oh, I didn't know that. No. See, this is exactly the point what we're saying. Too much luxury in this generation. Too much, too many things to focus on instead of you grown men walking across grown people walking across the street with a cell phone. Don't even look up. Oh, the light's red for them. It's green. I can walk. Okay. And what if some drunk person come flying through? You got people driving, looking at cell phones. Huh? They don't see you. Then what? This is what we do. Irresponsible. Nobody wants to be, held accountable for their actions. So you blame it on partying. Whose fault was that, Daniel? That's the reason you lost? Nah. You lost because Usyk is just light years ahead of you. He's way better than you. There's nothing that you do better than him. I mean, you might have a stronger punch. That's about it, but it's irrelevant. Because he's strong enough that when he hits you, you can't take his punch. I don't even want to talk about this motherfucker no more, man. I don't know what's going on with boxing. I just don't. I don't. Boxing has just become a joke. It's become a rumor mill. It's become some circus show. And fighters just can't be straight up about anything. I'm going to say what you scared to say. You got your ass whipped by Usyk. Fair and square. Whether you partied or not. If you would have stayed home and got plenty of rest and got up feeling great, Usyk still would have whooped your ass. It's as simple as that. Talk to me in the comment section, y'all. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.